And someday, he's gonna be a real boy. Alec and Hilaria Baldwin made fun of claims she controls her husband by acting out a Pinocchio skit on Instagram over the weekend. In the clip, set to the tune of the song When You Wish Upon a Star. From the original 1940 Disney film Pinocchio, Hilaria used two wooden utensils to act as if she were a puppet master, tugging at the 30 Rock alum's invisible strings. As the yoga instructor, who sported a lime green floor-length gown, moved the utensils above her husband's head, he swayed his arms as if he were being controlled by her strings. "Well, you guys gave me the idea. I just had to try it out," the 41-year-old captioned the post. Fans took to the comments section of the post, praising the couple for their hilarious clapback. "Ha ha ha, that gave me a huge smile and a huge giggle, thank you," wrote one. User, "Very funny both of you. You are great couple and family," added another. "Haha, that's just hilarious," commented a third netizen. "FK amazing. I love you guys," said a fourth person. The couple's skit comes nearly 2 months after she was criticized for cutting Alec, 67, off during an interview. "Oh my god, when I'm talking, you're not talking," Hilaria told the Rust star during their March 12th chat with Extra TV. "No, when I'm talking, you're not talking," she added. The mom of 7 then turned to the camera and said, "See, this is why, yes, we'll have to just cut him out of the show." In the comments section of the video, fans claimed Hilaria was being horrible, rude, and disrespectful to her husband. A week later, Hilaria and Baldwin addressed the criticism from bed by mouthing along to their awkward extra interview. When the voiceover finished, Hilaria asked the dad of 8, and that is called "What's the word of the day?" To which the Beetlejuice actor responded, "Manterrupting." They then joked that the term could be a positive or a negative, or a case of correctal dysfunction. Hilaria have also talked about her switching accents. Hilaria Baldwin claims that her accent, which fluctuates between Spanish and American, is partly due to being neurodivergent and having a brain that is wired differently. "I have ADHD and dyslexia," the entrepreneur, 41, writes in her new book, Manual Not Included, out now. "And these diagnoses greatly impact my speech, my reading, my listening, my focus, my memory, and my self-confidence." In late 2020, Hilaria, who had long claimed to be from Spain, was outed as having grown up in Boston while spending holidays in the European country. Interviews were later uncovered where she spoke in different accents. In one of the resurfaced clips, she even claimed to have forgotten the English word for cucumber during a cooking segment on Today. Days after the scandal erupted, Hilaria, who is married to actor Alec Baldwin, took to social media to defend herself. "I spent some of my childhood in Boston, some of my childhood in Spain," she explained. "My family, my brother, my parents, my nephew, everybody is over there in Spain now, while I'm here." However, as Page 6 reported, Hilaria's parents didn't move to Mallorca until 2011, when she was already 27 years old. The former yoga instructor married Baldwin, 67, in 2012, and they share 7 children. Carmen, 11, Rafael, 9, Leonardo, 8, Romeo, 6, Eduardo and Marilu, 4, and Hilaria, 2. The 30 Rock alum also shares a daughter, 29-year-old Ireland, with his former wife, Kim Basinger. Hilaria further claims in her tome that her brain is a cyclone of activity due to being neurodivergent. "I have a brain that is 1 part English, 1 part Spanish, 7 dollops of mom brain, a heavy pour of distraction when I get stuck or go off on tangents and forget what I am saying while I am saying it," she writes. The Baldwin star also confesses that she has never discussed any of this publicly. Until now. "I just existed in a land where sometimes I spoke one language and sometimes I spoke another. Sometimes I mixed them and got mixed up, and I never talked about my processing differences," she tells readers. Hilaria admits that the public backlash from the scandal was brutal for her entire family. "I started to really unravel. I was confused. I felt lost. I missed my family. I couldn't eat. I got very thin. I started to question my sanity. I started to question if I was a good person," she recalls. "I returned to what I used to do as a child and started to call myself stupid. When I woke up, I wanted to be dead. And I got worse and worse and worse." Eventually, Hilaria says, she got through the media circus with the help of her husband. Alec was so good to me throughout this time, she gushes in the book. He had experienced similar situations. People saying awful things about him, trying to destroy him, making others think he was a bad person. He could reach out from a place of real empathy and personal experience. Hilaria now accepts that her brain just works differently, telling fans, "I can really succeed in the right environments and tasks.